From Studio A, this is Late Night at North Texas. With your host, Sean Poole. And your co-host, Arianna Bololio. With special guest, Hannah Romero. Welcome one and all back to Late Night at North Texas. I'm your host, Sean Poole, keeping it classy and cool and trying not to get COVID-19. While meanwhile,
seated 6 feet away from him is I, Josh Frenzel, your guest co-host, who is filling in for Arianna this week and who is very into getting vaccinated. We have a great show for you all tonight.
On tonight's show, we'll be investigating cancel culture, sitting down with Amy's Donuts employee, Hannah Romero, and giving a breakdown of the masks that you should and should not be wearing.
Geez, this sounds like quite the heavy lineup. I think I might need a palate cleanser.
Yeah? Like a donut?
No. Like a pizza.
All right, well, Mamma Mia, let's get into the news. A German burglar was caught last week after DNA evidence was retrieved from a half-eaten piece of sausage found at the scene. This comes just days after an Italian man was arrested for writing out a ransom note in a spaghetti. Is that problematic? Can I say that? Can I do that?
That's not. Twitter will have your fate decided later tonight.
Nah.
In other international news, Spanish police announced that they have seized a homemade narcotics smuggling submarine. While the creators' drug running days might be over, at least they have a promising future in DIY tutorials.
Hey, you never know when you gotta, watch a video on
building a submarine. They're so versatile.
You get crafty during COVID.
Yeah.
Governor Greg Abbott ended the statewide mask mandate on Wednesday and called for businesses to open to 100%, citing vaccines in the treatment for the coronavirus. Said the coronavirus. Bet.
Coronavirus said, "We're back."
It's war. They're going to get stronger.
Staying in the vein of politics, President Joe Money Biden signed a $1.9 trillion stimulus package into law this week, giving millions of Americans a stimulus they've been waiting months for. The only catch is it's being paid in Biden bucks.
What are you going to buy with your stimulus?
Probably nothing, because I don't get it, so.
Yeah. In a news conference ahead of a hearing on the legalization of medical marijuana in Nebraska, Governor Pete Ricketts said, if you legalize marijuana, you're going to kill your kids. Then after this, Ricketts cleared his throat and said, sorry, I'm going to kill your kids.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate these days with how many people have been overdosing on marijuana.
These kids, they need it. They're out of control.
The numbers I saw yesterday is an all-time high, It's terrible. A lawsuit filed in the state of California alleges that employees of a Panda Express in Los Angeles were forced to strip in a cult-like team-building seminar. I'm surprised to hear this coming from Panda Express. If it were an Arby's or Jack in the Box, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, at least, Panda Express, at least, keep your pants on.
Yeah, but at Arby's, we have the meats.
They have the meats. They have the meats indeed. In sports news, it's tournament season for college basketball, a.k.a. March Madness, which is a lot better than last year's tournament, Summertime Sadness.
In college, every season is sadness, so.
You'll get through it, Josh. That's yours. You go.
Thank you. NBA superstar Blake Griffin signed with the Brooklyn Nets this week, giving them their fourth former All-Star and their second Kardashian survivor. I don't think I want to comment on that in lieu of OJ being out, so we'll just
leave it at that. Miami Heat center what is that? Myers Leonard was fined $50,000 and suspended after using an anti-Semitic slur on a Twitch stream. Guess he won't be auditioning for The Mandalorian anytime soon.
Yeah.
But Tucker Carlson called. Tucker Carlson, he wanted
Fox News.
Yeah, what's that? Hey, you say anti-Semitic?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You know. And finally, scientists were shocked to discover that last month some decapitated sea slugs can regrow entirely new bodies. However, it's still a mystery why they were developing a sea slug guillotine in the first place.
I think it's the, it's the right punishment for these criminal sea slugs.
Yeah, it's like the
here.
sea slug revolution. They're just mimicking France, just a few hundred years
They're rising
behind
up.
them.
Recently, a TV interview with Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and Oprah Winfrey has gone viral online and around the country. To get a more local Texas perspective on the matter, we decided to take to the streets of UNT to ask our fellow students their thoughts on the matter. Take a look. How's it going? It's late night in North Texas, and we're here at the Union, and what are we doing?
Asking questions about the Oprah interview between Meghan and Harry.
And we're seeing if they can cancel their royal family. Stay tuned. All right, so what do you think about the royal family?
I do not know what that is.
You know, name, one person on the royal family.
Nope.
Do you know anything about the royal family?
No.
Not at all?
Not a single thing. They're in Europe.
Did you watch the Oprah Meghan Markle interview?
No, I did not.
Do you know anything about the royal family?
Nope.
Do you know anything about the royal family?
No.
No?
We're going on asking people about the royal family. What can you tell us?
Oh gosh, I don't know anything about the royal family.
What can you tell us about the royals?
There's a queen.
There's a queen, right?
I think her husband just died.
Husband just died. Who else?
She has kids.
So we're talking about the royal family, of course, as you've heard. You know about that?
No. But no, I don't.
Who's your favorite royal family character?
Does Princess Diana count?
I think so. I don't really know.
Do you know about the Oprah Meghan Markle interview?
I don't know about that either.
Really? Oh, interesting. Okay.
Wait, it wasn't like about how they're talking about the skin color of her child?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
did hear about that.
They said the kid was gonna be too dark. They're worried about that.
Yeah. Honestly, I was really surprised just to find out about that.
Did you watch the Oprah interview between Meghan and Harry?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit of
So
it.
what do you think about the interview? Did it change your opinion on them or the royal family?
A little, yeah.
Were you shocked by anything?
The fact that she was kind of asking for help and they didn't offer her help, so that really just shocked me.
Yeah, so they're getting canceled, like really bad, the royal family. Oh, did you know that the royal family is now canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were racist.
Yeah.
So we're talking more about cancel culture. Out of your family, who would you cancel?
Out of my family, probably my dad, to be honest.
What did he do?
He just sticks to his old ways sometimes, and it's not the new ways anymore.
It's a generational thing, right?
Yeah.
My dad.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Your dad? Why?
I don't know. He just does some stuff a little bit.
Questionable things?
Yeah.
Do you think if he were a celebrity, he would be canceled?
Yeah.
No.
No. Woke Twitter would like them?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, jeez. My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to, she needed to be sent here with a mute button. That would help.
My dad,
Your dad? Why?
he a little bit homophobic.
I would probably cancel my little brother.
Your little brother, what'd he do?
Because he always be talking about people, I don't know. He just...
Ignorant, right?
He's just ignorant, yeah.
Yes, I would cancel my auntie because she doesn't support gay people. She's not pro-choice, she's pro-life, and she just doesn't support me at all.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Definitely my dad.
Your dad? What happened?
100%. He's just a little cuckoo crazy, but I love him even so because he has excuses to be crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, understand. Yeah. But he's canceled, right?
Oh, 1,000%.
Tell the camera.
Dad, you're canceled.
I cancel you, Dad.
Dad, I cancel you.
Mom, you're canceled.
Dad, you're canceled.
Little brother, you're canceled.
Auntie, you're canceled.
Oh, yes. Okay, well, Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, it looks like a lot of people don't know about the royal family.
And a lot of people have terrible dads.
And with that, hopefully we've made a world a little bit safer.
Thanks for watching.
And back to you in the studio. All right, welcome back to Late Night in North Texas. Now it's time for us to have a virtual sit down with our very special guest. She works at Amy's Donuts. She loves Minari. Let's welcome to our show, Hannah Romero. Yeah! Hannah, thanks for joining us tonight on Zoom.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we're here to talk donuts, that's right?
Yeah, that's right.
So Amy's Donuts, they're open 24 hours. How has it been? What do you do? What's your job?
Mostly I do cashier, which means that I'm the person that asks you like what kind of donuts you want. I put them in the box, and I ring you up. And I do some decorating in the back, which is just putting frosting and sprinkles and candy and everything you see out there on top of the donuts.
Sweet. So I've never been to Amy's Donuts. Josh has been to Amy's Donuts.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's like a wonderland of just sugar and frosting. It's really my expectation versus reality was not what I thought it'd be. I didn't know there was that many possible combinations of what you could make with donuts or like styles or flavors and stuff, but it's really cool. Hannah, let me ask, what's it been like working there? Like, how do you enjoy it there? How is it?
Yeah, I definitely like it. It's like a very fast-paced environment just because we are so constantly busy. But that's nice because it makes time go by really quickly. And it's a pretty straightforward job, and there's definitely worse things to be around all day than donuts. So I've enjoyed it so far.
Could be around Sean.
Yeah, you could be around me. So as a newbie, I've never been, but I'm curious about what would you recommend, to someone who's never been to Amy's Donuts?
We have the most popular flavors. We have these two ones that are like a strawberry shortcake and a strawberry cheesecake. Those are probably our two most popular. So usually I recommend those to anyone that comes in for the first time just to try them out.
Are those your favorites?
The cheesecake one is probably my favorite one.
Yeah, I have tried that one. I can confirm that is the one. It's really good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, so as you know, our hero, Greg Abbott, he lifted the mask mandate. Have you had any kind of crazy encounters with people, saying,
Nothing too crazy, luckily. We have had people, get frustrated and leave, but I think that's to be expected. So no one's really cussed us out or anything so far, so grateful for that.
Okay, because we'll see videos on Facebook, people I don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
You never know, it's Texas.
We have people that argue it a little bit for sure, but we try not to engage in conflict. So we just kind of try to get the person out as quickly as possible without any we don't want to be sitting there arguing with someone. We just want to give people donuts. So.
Yeah, a nice little donut shop. People can, that's good. You go around that. So it's 24 hours. Do you get some characters that do you work those late shifts? Do you get some kind of interesting people?
I get up at 10 usually, so I get the beginning of it. You definitely have some interesting smells and people who have been doing some activities before they show up.
Okay.
So that's fun, but no nothing too scary. Luckily, it's usually pretty funny.
Cool.
Yeah. So what's if you had to say what's the best thing about working there versus maybe not the best thing, the worst,
I don't know. It's tempting to just say that the discount is the best thing, but that's not the best thing. Just the fact that it's so fast paced that you kind of get through the day quickly.
Yeah.
Is probably the best thing. There's not really any negatives, I guess, to it. I don't know. There's nothing that I really dislike about it that I could think of.
Oh, okay. So the fast pace, you clearly enjoy that. I mean, I know at my job, I enjoy just getting throughout the shift as quick as possible.
No bad coworkers. You can expose them right here on the show.
Yeah.
No one really. My manager scares me a little bit just because I always feel like I'm doing something wrong in his eyes. He's so nice, but I feel like every time he looks at me, I'm doing the donuts wrong or something, but that's it. Everyone's pretty nice.
That's good. So you work at Amy's Donuts, but, I asked our guest last time, we all don't work at places forever. So where are you going to go from Amy's Donuts to the future? What are you going to take the skills you learned making donuts, serving people? What are you going to use in the real world,
Honestly, I have no idea. I mean, I'm a film major, so I'm still trying to figure out how donuts tie into a film career.
So we'll be stuck here forever, right? It's the film.
Yeah, that could just be it.
Yeah. No, but with the variety of like kinds of donuts you have and flavors and all these things, do y'all keep the same, or do y'all have a rotation that kind of you go through, or you have like plans for the future to roll out? Like,
For the most part, we keep the same. We do kind of switch it up just as like, we like to keep flavors to see how they do. And then when flavors aren't doing like so well, we'll kind of try something new. But we just got our cereal ones that we have now. So there's like a bunch of different flavors of different cereals that you can put on the donuts now. So that's a new one we have.
Sweet. Well, we got one last question. So what do we have to do to get a late night at North Texas donut? What do we have to do?
that is the question right there.
Right.
I don't know. I don't have that power at least to.
Is there an
to create
application
donuts.
process?
Who is Amy? Can we find Amy? Let's get her to get.
They won't let me talk to Amy. So.
Okay. We don't
Wow,
have clearance.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say, thanks for coming on the best show in Denton, of course.
Of course.
Thank you for, being a frontline worker, making those donuts. And
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Hannah.
Yeah, no problem.
Great talking
Thank
to you
so
about the
much.
donuts. We will be back. He will be there for the first time. I'll
Yeah.
make sure of that.
That's right. And don't go anywhere
Okay.
because when we return, Josh and I will be ranking something of that, I believe, or not, something it should be worn. We're going to be ranking things you should be worn. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Tonight, in the midst of Texas's statewide mask mandate expiring, we thought it would be best to put a spotlight on masks.
You see, wearing a mask is still very vital to maintaining a safe environment as we go out into the world because, quite frankly, this pandemic is in no way over.
So we thought it'd be best to name the different kinds of masks that exist and give you our ranking from worst to best.
Up first, number 10. It's a bandana. It's not that great, guys. It's not going to get the job done. So what you should do with this is wipe up all the sweat that you have beading on your forehead and throw it in the trash.
With number 9, we got the constantly used disposable mask. If you wear the same crusty reused disposable mask you've had since last March, you probably look like this, and you've definitely had a COVID scare 2 or 3.
Number 8, the face shield. You guys know, if you're wearing it, it's probably because it's laundry day or Super Bowl Sunday.
Number 7, the cursed neck gaiter. Seriously, if you're wearing one of these, you've either lost too many masks or you've played too much Call of Duty.
Now with number 6, we're getting into more acceptable territory, the homemade fabric mask. Lots of people wore these at the beginning of the pandemic when the proper masks were hard to come by. It was quick, easier, and better than wearing nothing. But if you're still sporting this mask because you think, why bother buying one, this will all blow over soon enough, you haven't really been paying attention.
A slightly more effective but ineffectively more stylish brother of the homemade mask is number 5, the store-bought fabric mask. This mask of choice for most Americans, everyone from kindergartners to the chief medical advisor to the president. Its popularity is due in no small part due to its customizability. You can get a superhero one, sport one, political ones, even ones that say masks don't work. But if you're wearing the last one, people might be more likely to cough in your direction.
Number 4 is the medical mask. It's safe, simple, and practical. What this mask lacks in prompter's going and I'm not talking, I'm sorry. What this mask lacks in imagination, it makes up for in protection.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was getting into the line, but the prompter was going as I wasn't talking, so it was...
What did you say the mask before? Your mask.
There's one thing that you said, it's like infinitely.
Ineffectively. Or what?
You said
Infinitely.
No.
Effectively, but infinitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I said ineffectively.
Yeah.
Effective, but ineffective. Effective, but infinitely. Infinite. I got it.
3, 2, 1.
Now, slightly more effective, but infinitely more stylish brother of the homemade mask is number 5, the store-bought fabric mask. This is the mask of choice for most Americans, everyone from kindergartners to the chief medical advisor to the president. Its popularity is in no small part due to its customizability. You can get a superhero one, sport one, political ones, even ones that say masks don't work. But if you're wearing that last one, people might be more likely to cough in your direction.
Number 4 is the medical mask. It's safe, simple, and practical. What this mask lacks in imagination, it makes up for in protection. Typically the choice of those who don't care about fashion, this mask saw a spike in popularity after a certain senator from Vermont was spotted wearing it at the president's inauguration.
The double mask marks number 3 on our list. This one might be cheating, but combining 2 masks is a great way to partially offset all the people who aren't decent enough to wear even one.
The forever iconic N95s are the runners-up. Bill Nye suggests he's above everything else, and I trust that man with my life. I mean, he's made science fun, and anyone who can do that can pretty much do anything, including make responsible mask recommendations.
And finally, the most responsible, most reliable mask to use is the gas mask. What better way to show the world that you're taking the pandemic seriously than sport a military-grade gas mask? Just head on down to the local Army surplus store where they don't wear masks and protect yourself today.
Hold on, Sean, are you really sure that's the best?
I'm deadly serious, Josh. This is war.
This is war. Well, that might be the largest mask you can find. An N95 will work just as well, and it won't make you look like you're trying to stumble through a battlefield.
You may have a fair point, but of course, that's all the time we have for tonight. And that's our show. I want to thank Hannah Romero again for virtually joining us tonight, and I also want to thank my wonderful guest co-host, Josh.
Likewise, Sean. I'd like to personally thank our lovely crew, and by extension, you, dear viewer, for sticking it out with us. I'm Josh Frenzel.
And I'm Sean Poole, and this has been Late Night at North Texas. Oh, and Josh, can you believe next episode is our season finale? We got to do something big.
No pressure, Sean.
All right. Good night.
Good night.